Now, I know what you're probably thinking, why would Becky Lynch and Bill Goldberg have a fight? Why? Because one is the man, the other one is the man. Thank you, Bobby the Brain Heenan, for the calling Bill Goldberg the man all the time. So, Becky Lynch is currently one of the hottest acts in the world of professional wrestling, period. Her metamorphosis from steampunk to the character she is now was fantastic. It took a supposed heel turn where they thought, oh, we get the crowd, to boo her, and they went solidly behind Charlotte. Didn't happen. And then this moment right here. That moment where she got her face rearranged by #facebreaker. And this is one of those end shots from Raw. Was her standing there. Face mangled. Blood everywhere. Her arms out. The thing says, this is my show now. That's it. That's it. In wrestling, that's it. She won. And of course, Bill Goldberg was easily one of the biggest stars of WCW Nitro. They have struck absolute gold with this mountain of an individual who had quick, short, impactful matches. Right to this phenomenal, tremendously long undefeated streak. Yes, he did beat Ric Flair and Roadblock probably about 50 times apiece, but it was impressive. Only to be eclipsed most recently by Asuka. So let's put these two guys in. As always, this is the world of professional wrestling, where a man like Rey Mysterio can beat somebody like Kevin Nash or Paul White. People who think that this is going to be a really bizarre fight, then you must also realize then that someone like Seth Rollins would therefore have no match against Brock Lesnar. It's wrestling. It's all story driven. So we'll go through this. Who will be the man? Strength. I don't think you need to go too much into this. Goldberg was this massive mountain of a man. Manhandled a lot of people. Speed. This one I had to kind of to think about because I see Becky Lynch. She's not the fastest of women. She's not. I mean, you see a lot more speed come out of people like Sasha Banks than you see out of Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is much more technical, so she's going to take more time when it comes to doing her movements. Goldberg, if he was paid by the hour on the professional wrestling, he would be flat broke. He showed up, hit you with some hard moves, hit you with the spear, and then jackhammer. That was it. And he was ridiculously quick for someone of his size. Endurance. Neither one to Becky. She wrestles longer matches. Goldberg, he was around 2 minutes for most of his matches. He would get blown up incredibly quickly in his matches. So he never actually had to go that really long sort of match. And even he said recently, yeah, he only had like 4 moves. That's all he needed was 4 moves. Toughness. In terms of kayfabe, I had to go back and forth and go, okay, well, we saw Becky Lynch get her face destroyed. And still kind of functioned. Goldberg took a cattle prod. And that's how he lost his undefeated streak. So I'm like, legit punch to the face or electrocuted? Again, I'm using kayfabe here. And whether the fact that he was not electrocuted, doing it for wrestling is not real. Nothing on TV is real. So I was like, I'll probably say that the punch to the face is nowhere near as impactful as, say, the things used, the stunned cattle. Striking. I'm aware of the irony of this. Goldberg punches, shoulders, in the turnbuckle. The spear, fantastic striking move. And he also was pretty decent when it came to doing super kicks. Except for that one time. Where his speed, power, and technique did not work very well. And he had a strike that altered the face of professional wrestling. Where with Becky Lynch, The weakest part of her game actually is her striking. When she does her corner kick, where she does like the hop up and the kick the person in the face, which I'm glad she quit doing, looks horrible. It's a really slow move. She does a lot of forearm shots, not really a lot of kicks. She's much more of what we're gonna see here, grappling. Now think about this. Goldberg had a really nice gorilla press and power slam, had pretty good slams, and a jackhammer. We're looking at Becky Lynch for her grappling, numerous styles of suplexes. Whether it's regular vertical, whether it's a half and half, lots of exploders. She just does a lot more of her grappling game. There's a lot more of the, I'm going to put you in a move, I'm going to throw you. There's a lot more of that physical manipulation that you really just did not see from Bill Goldberg. Same with submissions. The disarmer, great move. Relative, also pretty effective too. My soon-to-be 5-year-olds put me in it. And I'll be honest, with the right amount of location, it takes away a lot of your leverage. And it's like, oh, this could severely hurt somebody pretty quickly and effectively. High flying. Becky does actually do missile dropkick. She usually do a front one, and now, front missile dropkicks look fantastic. They look so dangerous because you're doing a top rope flat back. But they also look fantastic because when you hit your opponent, the boom that you hear is your body hitting the mat and your opponent hitting the mat. So it gives that fantastic, that couple seconds of like the boom is you getting hit by the kick. Love it. It's fantastic. I love the way it looks. I do prefer the other one you land on your stomach. It doesn't seem to be as painful. But she also used to do a little bit of some of the dives. But she's left her feet a lot more than we see Bill Goldberg. Over with the crowd. In her current incarnation, yes. Yes, Becky's music hit and the crowd goes nuts. The crowd chants her name in other segments. Bill Goldberg, similar sort of reaction. Crowd went nuts for him. But we didn't have people chanting Goldberg in other matches. We don't have people chanting for the man. We have people chanting for the man now in other women's wrestling matches. People didn't chant Goldberg in random matches. If you heard that during Nitro, they actually used to pipe in the sound of people droning Goldberg to drown out other things being said in the crowd. Ring psychology. I went back and forth on this one. Becky's character is incredibly strong right now. Ring psychology is still good, but I think Bill Goldberg, being an armorless juggernaut, there's such an easy ring psychology. I mean, he would get in the ring, he'd hit the ropes, and he'd just explode in jacked muscleness, and it was just, this dude is an intense, scary guy who's going to split somebody in half with a spear, and then he's going to taunt to the crowd, and he's going to hit a jackhammer. And he's going to hold them up in the air. The lighter guys, he'd hold them up, and he'd actually look at the crowd, and like, I'm dropping them. Basic, simple, he understood his character. The crowd was fully invested in the fact that this was a big, strong, mastodon of individual who's there to split people in half. Not a lot of depth, doesn't need depth. Hulk doesn't need depth. Doesn't. You look at him, you go, I get it, I understand who he is. What's his motivations? His motivations are, you are in my way. I want you out of my way. You are not planning on moving out of your way, I am planning on moving you out of my way. So it's a simpler character, so it's really easy to do to level of perfection. Where Becky Lynch, great ring psychology now. Fantastic. You can tell that she's had a lot of experience when it comes to actually acting. She emotes very well. But I compare that to a very simple character concept done incredibly well. First Character's got some depth to it that works well, but isn't as easy to come across as what Bill Goldberg does. Finally, mic work. I would say Becky Lynch right now on your current main roster is doing some of the best promo work. Period. Would I say she's up there with like, You know, like the CM Punk level, like pipe bomb. No, she's not there yet. I have a feeling she can get there, though. Give her the right amount of mic time, she will be there. So in this battle of the man versus the man, I think Becky takes it. Now again, this is all professional wrestling. If you truly believe someone like Seth Rollins can beat Brock Lesnar, given the size difference, you're looking at a person who has an endurance, a technical experience, technical advantage, taking on a person who's bigger and stronger. Probably a little bit faster. Can take a tremendous beating. And his moves will put you down very quickly. Professional wrestling is a game of multiple angles. It's not just the biggest, strongest guy that wins. Small guy with technique beats a big guy with a lot of power. A guy who's hard to take down, someone with endurance, small shots here and there, wears you down, work a limb, that's it. Take out someone's leg they can't stand. They can't stand, doesn't matter how tall you are. We're all the same size on our backs. Within reason, some people are taller on their backs. You know, you work an arm. One arm man in a match, not going to do very well. Pick a body part, tear it apart, take it down, beat your opponent. That's what Bret Hart did. Incredibly successful. Lots of high technically skilled wrestlers. That was always there. That's what they did. You find a body part, you pick it apart. Ric Flair was never the biggest man. You know what he did? He knew. Power work on your knee. You can't stand. If you can't stand, you can't fight effectively. If you can't fight effectively, I don't need to be the greatest athlete in the world. I just need to find a way to make you weaker and to get you off of your game, and that's how I'm going to beat you. And I say right now that's where Becky Lynch is. That's where she's at. To the point where she has in her mind the game plan of how to tear apart her opponent. Whether it's mentally, psychologically, get them off their game. Find a body part. Find a mistake. Exploit some sort of small weakness that you have. Zero in, target it, take you down.